Going live on Twitch, guys.
I've tried 1,000 tries, and maybe other guys, I'll never compromise. And now I realize there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. I've tried 1,000 tries, and now I realize I've tried 1,000 tries, and there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. And now I realize there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. I've tried 1,000 tries, and now I realize. I've tried 1,000 tries, and there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. And now I realize there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. I've tried 1,000 tries, and now I realize I've tried 1,000 tries, and there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. And now I realize there may be other guys, there may be other guys, there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. There may be other guys, there may be other guys, there may be other guys, and now I realize.
You just gonna let people in?
Got 3 people online.
I'll never compromise. Yo. I've tried 1,000 tries, and there may be other guys, I'll never compromise. And now I realize I've tried 1,000 tries, and there may be other guys. I've tried 1,000 tries, I've tried 1,000 tries.
Alright, we're gonna start streaming. Hope you guys are in the studio, guys. And make it studio.
Built in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I see Frank Komodo. Thanks, Frank. Billy Bill. How about that win yesterday? Fourth, he did the miss.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I guess we can start. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Guys Next Door, episode 6. How about that?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, and
Day
Merry.
after. Happy Boxing Day to all those who celebrate.
Yeah, thank you for the people who are new here. First of all, where have you been? Second, and I hope you grab a seat and brace yourself for another fun 90 minutes. And to our returning listeners, congratulations, you're back for more. Hell of a thumbs up to all of you. We're like your comfort food this week. I know it's a lot of food we ate this weekend. A lot of fruit salads for the Filipinos and fruit cakes during the holidays. The only difference is this comfort food you're gonna take from us. We have fewer calories. Um, First of all, we opted to host the show the day after Christmas. We used to go on Mondays. We don't want to take a break, but we want to ensure that you don't have a 2 week hiatus of the guys next door. I feel we owe everybody a weekly show. I know everybody wants to come back for more. I've got to say, DJ Pat, the magnitude of this live show gig really surpassed our initial expectations. And I can confidently affirm that preparing weekly, all this episode has been hard, but also very enjoyable. Whether we are engaging with what do you call this pre-production meetings, those meetings with Gus and you, even finding the right guest, technical intricacies. I think this show has been proven genuinely rewarding. And I heartfelt thank you to all of our viewers, the four of them who faithfully tune in every week. You are the heroes of this venture. How about you, DJ? How's
Yeah,
your week?
yeah, 4 viewers and 26 bots usually watch the show. Yeah, I love what you just said. It's obviously a festive time of year, but we also would like to acknowledge that there are people who struggle in their everyday lives despite the holiday season. People we go through depression, loneliness, fear, or any struggle. If any of you are in the boat, please don't hesitate to reach out for help. The guys next door is thinking about you this holiday season.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know a lot of us are having a great time during the holidays, but there are people who are struggling or not in a good state. Now that you just said that, I really want to promote one of our good friends here in Philly who just had a heart attack at the age of 40. So it's not the Christmas that the family has expected. So we want to put that link on the GoFundMe. See if people could help, and just any help, any amount will which will help the situation that they have. We will put the chat later on GoFundMe to our friend Mitch. Hang in there, bud. We're hoping all of this will get past. All your friends are behind you. So, without further ado, let's kick in the show. Episode 6. So, the guys next door, where talk is cheap and the laughs are priceless. So, DJ Pat, our first segment, what's what we call uh, the Neighborhood Watch. The Neighborhood Watch is basically a segment where we're spilling all the things happening in the BHD. But last Sunday, we don't have NBHC H2H rate train, marking the first break of 2023. This is the first Sunday on 2023 that we don't have NBHC rate train. This is a tradition, right?
Yeah.
Dedicating one Sunday during the holidays to our NBHC crew and family, allowing them to spend quality time with their loved ones. Personally, I believe for many others as well, the holiday is considered to be the best time of the year where you can cherish moments and spend time with your loved ones. And you can see I'm spending time with DJ Pat's family here in Philly. So how is our holiday, DJ Pat?
Been good so far. Lots of food. Thanks for the latron roll that you prepared for us, and the pot roast. That was amazing. There's a lot more food in the fridge back here, and we'll partake on it. But yeah, talking about NBHD, we do take that break. Once a year towards the holiday season. I know we took a break at the start too, in 2022, I believe. We
Yep.
also had one Sunday off, but let's take a break from house music and rest our ears and be with our families, and then we'll start strong again. And I'm looking forward to 2024. Actually,
I gotta say though, it's kind of weird that you wake up on a Sunday morning that you don't. The first thing you listen to is who's on NBHD, right? So that's already a routine. I know a lot of the mods there. Is Boy G in the chat? The Boy G, especially Boy G, wakes up very early to check, if the train's gonna kick off smoothly. Just weird that last Sunday I mean, I keep on looking at my phone that it's Sunday, there's football, and then who's on NBHD. Then I forgot there's no NBHD on Sunday. So it's refreshing, but at the same time, so I kind of missed it.
it's weird, in it. It's a habit. You get up 9 o'clock a.m. on a Sunday, and the first thing you do is pull up that Twitch and try to look at the lineup and see who's on, and no one's there. I mean, I was talking to you about this. We pulled up our Twitch accounts over Christmas Eve at around 11:30 the other night, and we said, "Who are the people who's gonna stream at that time?" And we saw familiar faces. We're not gonna name names. These people are, wow. They would stream at Christmas Eve. Well, although it's Eastern time here, I guess some of these people are hours behind us. But it's great to see, actually.
Yeah, it's really refreshing to see them how dedicated they are in their channels. Um, but for us, it's just NBHD. We missed it. We're gonna be back next Sunday. I hope we can, get that full lineup this New Year's Eve, or yeah, New Year's Eve.
Do we have something New Year's
I
Eve?
think so. I think Boy G is working on that, so hopefully you can get that. So there's no NBHD that Sunday, but I guess we can make it up to you guys with our guest this week. I'm excited about that. Our guest, Pat. It They're fun. Um, these are people who we met on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
We consider family. I'm glad they said yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's hard, because everybody's on holidays. They want to spend time with their family, but these two guys said yes to us. Thank you so much. So strap in, folks. I think you are in for a wild ride tonight. It's going to be full of antics, I hope. So excited with the conversation. We will bring you two-thirds of, they call themselves the Bastos Brothers crew. Is it two-thirds, or I don't know how many they are, but it's two of the Bastos brothers. They brought us by Fridays, Disco Thursdays. What else? Balut Social Club. And you know them from their great sets. They both produce music. They're very fun. Well, without further ado, let's just
Bring him
introduce
in.
our guests. Let's put them on the stage. DJ Pat.
Yes.
I'm gonna add these two guys.
Hey,
Hey
what's
guys,
up, guys?
what's
Happy
going on?
holidays.
These
Merry
two
Christmas to
guys, give
everybody.
it up,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Samo Beats and Alvin East. Welcome to the guys next door, guys. How are you doing?
No, thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thanks for having us.
We're good. Christmas,
Doing great, man.
came and went.
It
Still
definitely
stuffed.
did. Yeah,
Well,
it's been crazy.
It's great. So you guys, how much food did you guys eat this week?
Too much.
Yeah, a little too much.
A little too
Well,
much.
Gonna have to fast these next few days.
A
we can
little
talk about
overindulgent.
Yeah, we'll talk
so
more about food
we'll
later.
talk about food
We
later,
it's still
especially Filipino
it,
food.
it's got to be a subject this week.
But let me introduce them one by one first. If you guys don't know these, I'm gonna start with Alvin East. He's probably the busiest guy, busiest DJ in Chicago. I'm seeing all these promotions. He's everywhere. Dude, you're all over Chicago. Official DJ of the Blackhawks. How about that?
Yes, the NHL
The
Blackhawks. Yes.
NHL Blackhawks. So
Yeah, I'm so happy
congrats,
for it,
man.
man. Thank you. Yeah, it's
Uh,
been a busy year. But happy to yeah, to announce that like just at the end of this year that I was able to join the Blackhawks officially. So man, get ready for to see me these next couple of months while the Blackhawk season is here, and it usually ends around like summertime, like Mayish. So I'm so happy and honored to be part of that. And it wouldn't have happened if none of this Twitch stuff started like a couple years ago. I really don't think it would have. Yeah.
that's great.
Oh wow, that's
We're
awesome.
proud of you, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody love it that you're there. We're now waiting for you to be the DJ of the Chicago Bulls because we're a big fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one step at a time, but all these Chicago teams are really connected well. And it's not like a huge like corporation where, it's not out of reach. Let's just say that. So it'd be dope, man. I would love to work with every Chicago team if I could.
Wow, yeah, but that's
that'll be great, man.
wow.
I'll be
Yeah,
coming to Chicago. Watch those.
we definitely will.
Well,
Oh yeah.
the next, let me introduce the other Bastos brother guest we have. My brother from another Kapampangan mother. Put it that way.
Kabalen.
Gabalan, yes. Uh, from Vegas, Samo Beats. How's it going, brother? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad to be here. Glad you guys invited me to be on. I've always been a big fan of the NBHD family. All your raid trains and now the guys next door. So I'm a huge follower.
Yo, couple dude, couple episodes ago, you called him Samo bitch.
Oh, that was
Yeah, I remember that.
yes, I think
I caught that and I was laughing
He caught
inside.
that. I thought he wasn't there. He
Yeah,
caught
I was
that.
there. I caught that. And my wife was listening. She's like, "You called? Did you just call you?" Little bitch.
so tell your wife that's the Kapampangan in me. You know where we put H on
There
everything
you
and
go.
we take out H
That's it.
Exactly.
when there's
Exactly.
H. So that's so Samo's wife. Sorry, that's just the Kapampangan in me. It's the accent. Sorry about that.
Very
That's
difficult.
like, oh
Yeah.
shoot.
I love it.
He
I
loves
bet,
it.
man.
You can use that, Alvin, if you want to.
I'm gonna have to. That's a first. I have not heard
Yeah.
that yet.
I might have to change my handle, right?
You got to.
Well, guys, I love the Bastos brothers. Just I just want to ask, and if people doesn't know, where did the Bastos brothers name come from? I know all of you guys are from Chicago. Well, from Chicago, I know Samo is in Vegas now, but he came from Chicago. So where is this the Bastos brothers form? Is it on Twitch or do you have this boy band back then?
Well, I think it just started kind of like in a chat. We have a group chat going on, a messenger chat with a bunch of DJs. So we got Frank, we got Philly Phil in the chat, Alvin, DJ
Buffs,
Frankie B, Buffs. We got some guys from the UK, like Buffs, Rory Northall,
Bradley
Bradley
P,
B. Yeah, am I missing anybody else? Alvin?
Agent 818, Marlino.
That's right. Shout out Asian A18.
Wow,
Yeah.
there's more. That's big. Those big names,
Those are
though.
big
Yeah,
names you
big
just
names.
threw there. Do they even know what Bastos
Yeah.
is? Can you explain to them what Bastos means?
Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
let's just say, oh yeah, it's for us, it's like kind of like nasty, like being dirty. And specifically, we said that we're, gonna be like Bastos Beats brothers. Because there are other Bastos. I've seen it on Twitch. There's other Bastos groups. But like specifically, uh, with the beats, because like we're all like producers in, in our chat, and we all share knowledge, and we all affiliate with each other, on production, um
Mm.
and with record, we're label mates, and we all like send each other music and get each other's feedback on it, and that's how we help each other.
Right. So,
Yeah.
just curious, how did we meet you guys? I mean, how did it all started? I mean, who's? I mean, I know I'm Bastos, but it's not automatic. I'm gonna join that group. How did you? How did NBHD meet the Bastos brothers? Is it through Grace again?
If you recall,
Yeah, I think it started with DJ Philly Phil, FU Media.
Okay.
One day we were in a chat. He's like, "You guys want to join this raid train?" We were like, "What is it?" He's like, "Well, it's called NBHD, right?"
Is
So
that
we were like, "What the hell does NBHD stand for?" Basically, right? So
Oh
we
yeah,
kind of
that's
just,
right. I remember that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like, "All right, yeah, sure. It's like a new raid train. Why not? We'll meet some new people, right?"
were you guys curious what NBC stands for? I know that story was
Yes.
through a few like
It's
work
funny.
there.
Yeah, it's funny you asked that because we came up with a bunch of names.
A lot
Like
of
I have a
acronyms.
list here, a lot of acronyms here.
There you
oh,
go.
there's the
We
list.
were wondering what the hell it meant, right? So Frank said nobody has this. Um, I said it was a nudie beach house day club.
Nudie. Oh, love that.
That will work.
That could be a spin-off.
And then Frank said new baby has diapers. And my
Oh
personal
yes.
favorite, not bad hot dogs by Philly Phil. Nothing
Not
but hot
bad.
dogs.
I'm
And there's
trying to
some
get.
other names here that I can't mention. They're kind of
A little too
uh,
bustos.
No,
NSFW.
oh, throw it, man.
Nothing's too
We got
bustos,
nothing
right?
to bust us here.
Oh, go
These are
go
the
ahead,
classic.
All
same old
right.
bitch.
So Bastos, bro. Philly Phil says it's nuts, balls, hoochie, dildos. Um, let's see what else. Alvin said newborn house disciples.
That's
Uh,
great, man. I forgot about that.
eventually, we joined the raid train and we were like, oh, neighborhood. Yeah, house to house.
Yeah,
Cool.
Makes
we did
sense.
that all the
Okay.
time. There was one time, I think still there. Somebody's like making a fuss of something, and then said, I think we call it what was it? No bullshit, hate and drama, because somebody's just trying to be a baby on one of the train because they're asking about what NBHD is. But that's awesome, guys. Well, we all glad that we met you guys, and let's talk
Yeah,
about the
likewise.
Bastos brother. Who's the most Bastos or the craziest of those names that you just dropped?
I don't know. I'll go first. I think Philly Phil is the most
Philly
Bastos.
Phil.
Yes,
Definitely Philly
all of
Phil.
them all.
I agree.
FYI,
It's
yeah.
just he's just he's a funny guy. He
It's what
just
he
try to make
does. It's
everything
what he does.
light and fun. So we just roll with it.
I'm not surprised. I'm trying to get just for the record. I'm trying to get Phil. He said he works on Mondays, right? Then okay, now this the next 2 weeks, Mondays are Christmas and New Year, right?
Hmm.
Then so we move in TJ into Tuesday. They're just saying now, I don't work on those 2 Mondays. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm surprised that that you're still working on holidays. But I was trying to get him because I want him to rap also on the show if I get him. But Phil, I'm gonna get you one of these days. So just be ready. One Monday you take off.
And
We're gonna
prove
have
that you're the most bustos.
you're gonna have to
Yeah.
hold that show on New Year's Day. He says he's off.
So let's get into what we really want to talk to you guys. It's a topic that Pat and I prepared that's related to, I would say, DJing, and but also it's close to our heart, right? We want to talk about Filipino American DJ in America, or just basically Filipino American
Life itself.
life
Yeah,
itself in
not just
America. So
DJing.
most of the topics that we're gonna talk about is through that, and I feel there are gonna be like crazy stories, with this topic. Um, just through your Filipino. Well, first of all, are you guys born and raised here in America, or I know same. We talked about this one time. I can't remember.
Well, I was born in the Philippines, so my family and I emigrated when I was 9 years old.
Right?
We went straight to Chicago, actually. So I'm Midwest raised. I went to a grade school, high school, college in the Midwest, in Chicago specifically. So a lot of connections in Chicago for
And
me.
that's how you met Alvin, and a lot of like Chicago family. I know uh, you got a lot of friends there. Is that where you met
Funny
at?
enough, when I grew up in Chicago, because I'm from the north side. I'm a north sider, and Alvin's from the south side, right?
Yeah, there are
We
two.
never really crossed paths when I lived in Chicago. It was
Totally
post,
different worlds. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I met him post, during the pandemic.
Oh,
So it was more. We had a mutual friend that
recent.
actually moved out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Shout
yeah.
out
Shout
Neil
out to
Maglaya.
N. Maglaya.
And Maglaya, he hooked us up. Like one day, he was just like, "Hey, you got to check out this dude on Twitch." His name is Albanese. He's a good friend of mine. So that's kind of how I got introduced to Twitch. And you know, I was like, "Yo, who's this guy who's just spinning? Spinning some dope future beats, some house beats, and he's interacting with us." I was like, "Yo, that's dope, man."
Mm.
So that's kind of how I met Alvin.
Okay, how about you, Alvin? You
Yeah,
born and raised here?
I was born and raised here. I grew up in south suburb called Dalton, and when I was 11, we moved to another city called Oak Forest. And then during college, I decided to move to the Philippines. Took college out there.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. This was like around 2005, and then I stayed there till like 2010. Came back for a year here in Chicago. Moved to LA for like 3 months, and then I moved back to the Philippines. Married my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, and we had a daughter out there in the Philippines, Bacolod City, to be exact.
Oh, you stayed in Bacolod.
Ilongo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed in Bacolod City, helped the family business out there. Um, and then finally, I got my family back here in 2017, and we've been here ever since.
You're
Here
probably out.
back in Chicago, so it's been great.
You're probably out partying during those college days.
College
No.
days,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Like my classmates were a lot of fun. Showing me all the good red horse spots.
Red horse park.
Red horse spots. Oh yeah.
What's a red horse spot? I
he
didn't
can
know
he
that.
can expound.
What's a red horse spot? I grew up in the
Well,
Philippines. I didn't know what a red horse spot
well,
was.
anywhere there where they have, they sell cheap red horse because like college students, they couldn't afford it, to go on, drink like top shelf liquor. So like our main drink during that time was like red horse. So
Best
we go,
bang for your buck drink. Yep.
yeah, we go to all the places that sell the litros, and we'd save our money and have a good time. And
Man,
yeah, it was so much fun, man.
the only top shelf liquor I drink back there is Tanway 45. So top shelf.
See,
From
You hide it on the top shelf so that your mom doesn't see it. That's
so
the
that you
top
won't
shelf.
see it. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
That's awesome. Uh, and you guys are both. Have you guys been DJing before?
Before you ask that,
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
let's put some context here. So
Oh, Mr.
Coops and I did not grow up in America. So we moved here, mid careers, kind of late. He had kids already. It The reason why the topic is something that we want to talk about is since you guys were here early or were born here, I want to see the difference and I want to see if you are able to mix the cultures together. But before that, he was asking about DJing. Let's delve into that. We know that Filipinos, there's a 1 in 10 are DJs. I guess in our neighborhood, that's how I learned because one of the kuyas of the neighbor owned a mobile DJ business, and I was along for the ride one day, and then the next day I was touching turntables and learned that way. But how did you guys started? Samo, you could start.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, well, for me, I've always loved music, obviously, right? I've always been influenced by R&B, hip hop, growing up in, in grade school. I was around friends that were DJs basically. I had a
There you go.
friend that had uh, belt-driven turntables and
Yeah.
a realistic mixer from, I don't know if you remember, from Radio Shack.
Oh yeah.
He used to have it set up in his basement. And I was always fascinated, by what he was doing. So basically, I would just hang around in the basement, and he'd show me how to mix records. And it's like, these cheap belt-driven turntables are, you know, mats were like paper towels, so the
Oh yeah, yeah,
record
yeah. Or
would
felt
slip.
paper. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
awesome.
So that's kind of how I got started, and just really being influenced by radio, right? And
Good.
so, like in grade school, I would actually take the train by myself. Like I was in eighth grade, and I would go to Gramophone, which is like a really really popular record shop in Chicago. Back in the days, I would just take the train and just hang out there, basically, and go through record bins and listen to them.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Reminds me of
Dope.
stuff I did too. Yeah. How about you, Alvin?
Um, so I'd go to parties with my parents. They go to debuts,
There you
or
go.
so I was always attracted to the DJ because they brought turntables at that time. I would watch movies like Juice,
Mm.
and that was like with Tupac, the late Tupac, and they had, that was heavily a DJ, you know, like introduction for me. Yo, MTV Raps, all that, on TV. I was exposed to that, and on radio. So I was like, man, I got to get my hands on some turntables. I got to find someone that has it. And in high school, I was hanging around my friend DJ Pillow, aka DJ Slide. He's Mexican. His name's Jorge, and he had turntables at his crib, and he's like, "Yo, if he would invite me over after school. We'd always jam. He had all the records like house, hard house, freestyle, new wave, and that's how I really got to learning it. I would just bug him like, "Yo, can we have a session today?" And then he's like, "Well, I'm upgrading my turntables to Techniques." He had some Gemini BD10s, and he lent me it. And he's like, "Yeah, you could, borrow these, start collecting records, and and have fun." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I finally, after a year of like being on those Geminis, I convinced my dad. I'm like, "Dad, can you buy me some Techniques? I'll pay you back when I get, start getting paid at like, any kind of parties." And I eventually did. I eventually paid him back. Um, and ever since then, that was like what, 94. So
Great,
I've yeah,
great story. Yeah.
yeah, man. Just
dang,
Great
you
story,
started
but
with techniques. You
yeah,
you started with techniques. Wow, that's
well,
pretty
yeah,
dope.
because like once I knew that, like once my friend Jorge got the Techniques, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a big difference here.
I was here with my
massive difference.
belt-driven
Yeah.
turntable and a cassette deck. Trying to match everything together. Like,
That's
Yeah,
tough. Yeah.
my
pretty
dad
dope.
was really supportive too. He would drive me to all the record stores. He's like, "Al, you need more records?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, Dad, I could use more records." He's like, "Okay, good, good, we'll go." Really cool.
That's a cool dad.
I
Yeah.
thought when you told me about debuts, I thought you were inspired because you see line dancing.
No, man, they were playing house music at our debuts.
Oh, that's dope. That's a dope
Yeah,
debut. Yeah.
But
yeah.
but
They
by the
well,
way,
all the younger kids like they knew we wanted it. We wanted to hear what was on the radio, like radio stations like B96 out here, and
My Chicago.
of
Yeah.
course they take care of the parent stuff early, but around that time they're like, okay, man, we want to, kids want to jam out. We were like 15, 16 around that time.
By the way, sorry. I heard from the production crew back there that the chat cannot hear me. Am I
It
coming in
is a
loud?
little low.
Is
I
it?
can hear you okay.
I can hear you, but it is low compared to the other mic.
All
Oh,
right.
by the way, shout out Step
You
Up
should push it. Why
91.
don't
You,
you?
you
That's
should be
Alvin's
the better
sister.
mic.
You should push it forward and then point it to you. No, forward this way. Yeah, there you go.
How
No,
about now?
Oh yeah, shout out to Beat Street. Shout out to Step Up 91.
Original
All right.
member of Balut Social
All right.
Club.
While we're at it, let's do some shout outs, DJ Pat. Who's on the chat?
we got step up.
Hey, step up.
Boy G, obviously. Be ready for the polls coming up. Frank Amodo, he's been here since the start. Um, DJ The Pisk, thanks for being here.
The Piz.
Almost every single episode, he's here.
So, by the way, if you
Uh,
guys don't know, Step Up is actually Alvin's sister in real life. So,
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's my sister.
a sister. Yeah.
Hello
Marqueza
there.
here.
I thought you were cousins or something. Oh, so step up is your sister. Oh, I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah, she's a big influence too. She was taping all the radio mixes, and
Yeah.
we'd play it back like in the car.
And she's our original super mod for the Balut Social
Oh,
Club.
nice.
So, yeah, she is our
Marquesa is driving. Please drive safe
Drive
and
safe,
enjoy the
Marqueza.
show.
shout out,
Yeah.
Marquesa.
What
So
up, sis?
we talk about being Filipino, and DJing. How does being Filipino influence your approach to DJing
Hmm.
outside of the line dancing, of course?
I think. No, you want to go, Samo?
I think at
Yeah.
heart, at heart, we're just entertainers, right? We love entertaining people. We love to sing. We love to dance. We love to share music, right? I mean, just in general, I think inherent within us to share music, basically, right? So I think over the course of, I guess, your lifetime, if you go to debut or a wedding, right, it's always something like line dancing or somebody dancing, somebody emceeing.
They lead
So
the way. Yeah.
Yes.
exactly. So
Yeah.
for me, it's always like I've always wanted to share music. Like
I
I
think
love music and I want to share music.
on top of that too, I think that like us as Filipinos, we got a lot of soul in our heritage and culture, and I think it shows in a lot of the music that we play as well. And on top of like what was said, we're leaders. Like yeah, I think we like to like share find the latest cuts and share that to bigger stages and audiences and I think a lot of our top DJs happen to be Filipino too, all over the world.
I
So,
agree. I agree. Yeah.
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 Exactly. It's not just DJing anymore either. I mean, you got Joe Coy now, who's basically conquering entertainment world, right? So
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And a lot of these cultures, right? Now, whether it's music or stand-up comedy that you just said, it really influenced. I think it's a big influence, and it's like telling a story of our Filipino culture. I think that's great that people are introducing that uh, as entertainers to share to the people.
exactly, and a big part of that is NBHD, right? I mean, we got Gus, who's doing like his pandango
Yeah.
na ilaw. Maybe you could do tinikling too next time, but yeah, he
Yeah,
shares a lot
Big
of
up
that,
to
right?
us.
So
and I think also to your point with NBHD, this is really how we all kind of got closer, right? A lot of these, you may call it antiques, but these are what we know growing up and also common to us. And it's also fun as entertainers. We go, you know, playing the music and doing this. And even this show, I'll be honest, one of our, objective to build the show is really to know not only who's on behind NBHD, but also to have a place to hang out for all Filipinos and non-Filipinos on a Monday show that they could just chat with us, listen to what the guests will say, and share the vibe and just stories, right? BJ Pat?
Yeah, absolutely. The platform is global, so hopefully we can reach more people. In fact, we're looking at not DJs, we're looking at singers or vocalists on stream on who stream,
Yep.
and we've been finding more and more talent. And maybe someday we could have their own raid train, like something different.
That's cool.
That just showcase some talent really,
What
and
about some
put it in
chefs? We got Step Up in the chat. She
Sure.
precursor to NBHD,
Yeah, I
right?
see
There
our
was
brother DJ Eugene I
DJ
also.
Eugene
Big shout out
I.
to
What's up, bro?
our
Good
Baha'i
to see you.
collective brother right there.
Another
That would
Bullet
be
Social
great.
Club member, original member.
Yes, welcome
Um,
in Eugene, and great to have you here.
but yeah, I mean,
And
it's kind of just evolving too. Like prior to NBHD, there was this thing in this dope group in Chicago called Dance from Home, and that's kind of where I met all these guys: DJ Eugene I, Step Up, Alvin Ease. They're kind of evolved. They're kind of a version of NBHD, if you will,
Mm,
during the pandemic. I don't know if you guys were ever familiar with the Dance from Home crew from Chicago. That's kind of how we
It
all got
started in
started.
2020,
Yeah, during the
right when it
pandemic.
shut down.
Alvin, you can
And
talk more about this because you're an original member.
Definitely watched him at some point. Yeah.
yeah,
go
like
ahead.
it started in 2020 when, everything was shut down. People were streaming on Facebook, and one of the founders of DFH was like, we just need a place where we could all support each other and not have everyone streaming at the same time like we are on Facebook, because it's so hard to support. If everyone could just support each other and take turns, like, like actual like festival lineup, something like that, then that'd be awesome. And then we found Twitch. We found that people were streaming on Twitch, and that's when we made the move. Like that was in August 2020,
And
and
they're
then from
another Pinoy based group. I'm sorry to interrupt, but they're another Pinoy based group, right? So that's
yeah,
how kind
well,
of
it started like that, and then it expanded to other, races and those that support. So it was pretty cool, yeah. And they're not heavily like on Twitch like right now. After things opened up, everyone kind of like got busy with work and stuff like that. But which is really cool that you guys are just like doing this too, because like
exactly,
we need it. It needs to be here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so it's funny you said that when we formed NBH, and I think I said it on one episode. When we started NBHD, it's really meant for a lot of Filipinos, right? Whether in the States or in still in the Philippines, to have this group, because you see other countries that does it, they support each other, right? You got Canada, big supporters of a lot of these, Spain, even some places in Europe. We can do this, you know. Well, we all know that Filipinos is a tight culture, so we can all support each other. That's really why we formed it. And when we met you guys, we met a lot of people. That's really what we want NBHD, and it kind of grew globally, and we welcome a lot, and we want to continue this to help everybody. 'Cause this is fun. We're doing this for fun, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? Just having fun, kind of enjoying the music, camaraderie, community, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. All of this are up front. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, I guess, since you guys produce music. And I want
Actually,
to talk.
first of all, I want to say I'm
Go
not
for
even
it.
a
Yeah,
producer.
go
I'm
for it.
nowhere near a
Oh,
producer like Albanese or Philly
we can talk.
Phil,
Yeah,
or
you
I'm
can help us.
still,
Yeah,
you
you can
know,
help us talk about it actually. And well, I guess the simple question is, for you, Alvin. I guess maybe the I know the answer, but for you right now at the present, which comes first? I know you have the Blackhawks gig and all that. Which comes first right now, DJing or producing?
Um, they're both kind of hand in hand.
Mm,
When I have time off of DJing, uh, I take time to produce, or I take time to promote the production that I've done, or I take time to market it. It's like a little baby. Um, and same with DJing. When I'm not, or I guess you could say DJing has been a priority, as of like this year, because like opportunities have opened, its door. And but when I do like have the free time, I always, make sure I'm doing something on the production side, whether it's marketing, whether it's making music, whether it's um, promoting it and doing what I can to make sure that effort is going into it.
So you never really leave it behind. It's always
No,
there. It goes
no,
in.
it's always here. Hmm.
Same old, same old. Can you talk about your favorite producers? I mean, you could. It could be from your group.
My favorite producers are Frank Amoto, Philly
Oh yeah,
Phil, Alvin Ease, not in any particular order.
There you go. That's what I meant.
Um,
yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I mean, besides that, some of the influences like there's just so many. I can't name them, but
Mm.
like somebody who's more recent, like oh Rick Vieira, I guess he's pretty dope. Nasty. Rick Nasty is a dope producer. Corey Wells. Some of those. A lot of it is like underground house.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
yeah,
So Chris. Oh, sorry, I dropped the wrong.
yeah. That's my government name. It's
That's the
all. It's all
government
good.
name. So Samos,
You,
Samos.
you
So
mean bitch?
did you ever you ever thought about producing? Like,
I have. I've always talked to these guys. I'm in a chat with these guys. I'm influenced by these guys. These guys really influence me, and I'm inspired by what they do every day. Right. So I'm always learning from their craft. Like I've toyed with a little bit of Ableton. Now I have Logic Pro. I just
okay.
someday I want to be like Albanese when I grow up, basically.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
Make it happen.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Samo.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's in the works, I guess. I'm really just the baby of the bunch. So hopefully,
Alvin, do you have?
hopefully,
Are there any challenges as a producer, especially being Filipino, in getting that music out there?
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah. Before, there were a
Mm.
lot more challenges, like how to do it, how to get started. Like it really happened during the pandemic, where I was like, man, how am I? I need to do this because I have the time to do it now. I got laid off from work like in 2020, and I was meeting, a lot more people on Twitch, and I was getting really inspired. And then I was meeting even more people connected with more like-minded minds of like with house music stuff I was really into, future beats. And I'm like, I really got to take advantage of this because like this is like the right time where you could ask questions on a personal level to people that know more about it. So when I met guys like Philly Phil, Frank Amoto, Marlino, I would ask them like tons of questions. Guys even like Network, who's doing it already. And um because like before that, it would be hard to like just reach out to someone you don't know like in real life and be like, hey, do you think we could sit down and do a session, or can I learn off you? For me, it was just kind of awkward. So but since we had a community, a Twitch community, it was just so much easier to get involved and ask. And so
Yeah,
that how those things help,
I think the
people.
pandemic, people were more open. Like,
We are.
this is from a sporting standpoint.
Yeah,
Basketball coaches, when they started putting up Facebook tips and videos, Mr. Coops and I would directly message these people to get some pointers and tips,
right.
which we in turn, tried to apply to our kids because
I think
that's the only chance our kids could practice
and
and
people
they do the
reply.
same.
People were more open, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
yeah.
you could definitely say
yeah.
that. Yeah,
And,
even outside of Twitch, like it became easier to approach people. I would
That's for
say.
Right,
sure.
yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely agree. Where you think like they're in this stratosphere, kind of the pandemic and
right.
which for the most part, to a certain extent, made them more accessible, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. That's a
that was the
great.
positive that came out. Yeah.
Hmm.
Exactly.
with regards to your produced song, right? I got a lot. I heard a lot of your tracks from Grace. The one you sent her through email.
Oh, cool.
You
I gotta
with
send more.
you guys are inspired of like the Filipino culture also. Like I hear a lot of tracks are either with a Filipino original song or inspired
Oh
by.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
how you guys
Mhm.
come up with this? I mean, are you more inspired to do a lot of these, and even
Yeah,
for people in the audience, right? So what you know, is it more fun to do this or
yeah. Like one time, we always love to, carry our Filipino culture, in everything we do. Um, and I think we want to, when we market stuff out there, we want people to know that we're Filipino.
right?
So, my brother DJ Eugene I came up with or he found a song and he's like, "Yo, I think you could flip this." I'm like, "Yeah, great, let me do it." And then we put it out. It's Matud Nila.
Yeah, that's
It's a Bisaya song,
oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yep.
Hmm.
and we remixed it. I remixed it, and then I sent it out to one of our labels that we work with. Shout out to Sunrising Records, and they put it out, and it's just really cool to hear, it flipped on the house side.
Alvin, that's in Ilongo, right?
That's in
That's
Bisaya, so
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Bisaya.
like
Oh,
the
okay.
language
Hmm.
in Cebu. But it's one of them. It's a really internet, or it's nationally known in the Philippines. That song,
it
it
is.
became really popular. Yeah.
When I first heard it, like, wow, this is Matugila. This is great, and yeah, it was great, man. And I see other mixes that you guys have done that are all like Filipino inspired. So that's awesome, and a lot of other Filipino DJs on Twitch have been playing them. I just saw uh, Mike Freak drop. I don't know, is that yours, Alvin, or that's Philly song? One
Phil,
of it big.
I know Phil made a Bahay Kobo. Was it?
I have.
Was Is
Oh,
that what it
really?
was, Samo?
I don't know if it's Bahay Kubo. I don't.
Phil, which Tagalog track did you make?
Put it on the
Oh,
chat,
Put it
Phil.
on the
yeah,
Put
chat.
it
he
on the
Yeah,
did. He
chat.
Phil.
did. He did.
And then, yeah, let's promote that
I
song.
forgot the title. I
Why don't
forgot
you
the
put
title.
your email, Phil and Alvin, so that people can, if you want to get these tracks, you guys can drop them, like,
Oh yeah, for sure. Here, let me
You can
throw it
also
up there.
email me or text me or
Yes,
Viper.
there you go. Dahil
Dahil
sa'yo. Dahil
sa'yo. That's
sa'yo.
it.
Dahil sa'yo.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, we're talking about this. One of my favorite things to do before we started this talk show was go on NBHD on Twitch 24-hour channel
Yeah.
and just listen to these guys.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
on the background, you're doing work or you're driving, it's just playing back there. And I know Mr. Gus also. He's playing all these he's streaming these basketball games. But then on the background track, it's like Frank Amodo or Alvin Ease or Samo Beats, and it's like you're watching basketball with the house music. And then did you see that? Right?
Yeah.
Like you saw that. Yeah.
And I think the Bastos brothers are the first one who actually submitted when we asked for a
Oh yeah,
2 hour
they were
track.
the
So
first ones. Yeah.
I will hear
Yeah.
Alvin, Philly, Samo, and even Frank.
Big
Yeah,
C. Yeah,
Big
yeah,
C.
yeah.
They're the one to fill it. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened there. Again, Paige and Gus, that's your project. We just ran out of mixes to fill in. But
Oh
that was,
yeah.
I think, NBC 24 was running constantly for 6 months until we stopped it. So people are listening to their on their,
There would be people.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I
was
guess
Gus? It was
we need
Gus. That
more
was
content.
the brainchild of that. The curator for that was always Gus.
Well, so let me tell you about the NBC projects. It's always the three of us. So we have this chat group. Like every time we find an idea, we throw it. Me, Gus, and Pat. How about this? And then I don't know how that came up with. I think we were talking about just technology. Same. Well, this you're an IT. What's the possibility of having this? Then Gus said, "Okay, Gus, can you spin up a server? Right, we'll do this. We run it. Okay, you have an extra PC there. Spin up a server. I'll do the asset, and then let's ask people if they can give us the Stripe. They're gonna give us mixes, and then I'll find or Gus and I will find the videos are constantly playing
Yep.
and see how it goes. It ran out, yeah, for 6 months. Though we got affiliated in less than 10 days. because we
Wow.
got oh yeah we got the number of hours because affiliate you only the number of hours, right?
Yeah,
And
or
10 days
followers. The
number of
followers.
followers.
Yeah.
So we the 10 days, we got that 70 or
Yeah, but beyond that, it was running, and I would go in there. There'd be a couple people, and then
yeah.
like you just run it on your car stereo.
We
And
got voted
Yeah, that's
once.
really cool.
We
oh, we
got
did get botted
we
once.
got
Yes,
voted once. So there was
Archie woke us up.
Acha woke us up.
Yeah.
Acha Glip said, Look, there's 150 viewers watching NBC 24." Like, what?
Wow.
That can't be right. And then we all jumped in. It's what's going on. And then
Investigated.
we
Yeah.
investigated,
Yeah.
and then we were chatting, and then nobody's answering. Like, it can't be right.
Those are
Shut
bot.
it down. Shut it down because we don't want to get banned because we got bought and bought.
Was it a bot for like I don't know what pills or something?
I don't know.
Oh,
But
can you get banned if it's like a room full of bots?
That's a good question. I don't know. We
I don't
just
know.
shut it
So
down.
if you look at Twitch's rules and guidelines, I think they won't implicitly botting is bad, but I know there's a lot of other streamers that do bots.
That they buy
Yeah,
bots
they buy bots. We
Oh,
don't. We
they
don't.
buy it.
they buy bots
They
to be
buy bots.
viewers.
Some people.
Maybe that's what happened. Someone previous to us bought bots and then raided us or something. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Oh, and
But
they just never
people who
left.
actually
It never
buy
left the chat,
bots,
something like that.
100 for $10
yeah,
or something
viewers,
like that. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that
yeah, but
you get it. But why would you even buy viewers, right? I rather have four guys chatting, having fun, right? And you know them and having a good time, even with Grace is playing, even if there's five of us, 10 of us, as long as these are people, and they like the music, that's all we're there for, right? Even right now, and
Right.
when we did this, the guys next door, we said we only need five people. If we get five people, we can continue this until we ran out of
Week
any
to week.
content.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So here
Yeah.
we are.
I would
So
always have it on just the background music while I'm working, so that was always kind of convenient for
It
me.
is.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. I thought you said you have it on background, the guys next door.
He's
I'm joking.
If you would
active on
upload,
the
if you would
chat, so
No,
he
upload,
can't. It can't be
if you would
on the
upload the episode,
background.
I would.
there it is. I call you in a government name again. Sorry. Same out.
It's all good.
Um, other questions with regards to just music, right? Influences. Being a Filipino, is it harder to get like as a DJ to get out there, just knowing that you have a different culture? Alvin, especially on your end, man.
There.
No,
Yeah, he could answer that.
I think it's a plus that we're Filipino because man, our community is really supportive. Um, and on top of that, I think the corporate world of in DJing, like when they hire, they trust Filipinos more. Like they know we're like a tight knit community, and if we're gonna how do you say this? If we're gonna recommend like another or refer another DJ, they know that they could trust another Filipino DJ that we're recommending. It's like yeah, and like Step Up said, Filipino DJs here, we dominate Chicago sports. I even have friends outside of the Filipino community. They're like, man, you Filipinos are all over our sports town, or like
Right.
all over the sports world, like here in Chicago. And it's true. Like you check out like the Chicago Bulls, like all the DJs there, majority are like I'd say 90% are Filipino.
Oh,
Wow.
seriously?
Or I'm
Yeah.
living in the wrong city.
Yes. DJ Pat. You
I
should
always.
really-
Well, it's like my half city. For 9 months, it was like my work city, and I'd
Yeah.
always love to be there because I know there'd be a ton of gigs or whatever. And yeah, it's like I'm just envious that even the Chicago Bulls. That's a statement. That's a testament to the talent and the personality of these DJs.
Speaking of Chicago Bulls, are you DJing during the Ring of Honor? I would love to see that.
Oh,
I just
man.
want to see, the reason I want to see that is I want to see the interaction between Michael and Scotty. That's it. I think it's a
When
3 day
is
event.
that?
You mean the awkward
Is
Ring of Honor?
is
Yeah,
that
The
coming up?
awkwardness.
I think that's on January. It's a 3 day. So people are talking about it. They want to see it. They saying I don't know if Jordan and Pippen's going to be on the same
The
day.
worst they could do is put them on one day each and
Right.
separate. That's
Just
the
want to
worst.
see the reaction,
Yeah.
man. People, I think, will pay for that. That's going to
Yeah, I
be.
don't. Is Jordan gonna be there? I don't even know. I haven't heard anything. Is he gonna be there?
He
I
should be
heard.
there.
I know Rodman there.
They're advertising it that way that all
Yeah.
these guys are gonna be there with Tony, Cool Coach, and then the older guys,
Oh wow.
Artis Gilmore, Phil Jackson, and
Yeah.
But
Steve Kerr's flying. I heard.
I hope
Be
they
there.
all show up, and then
But speaking of like
Yeah, how awkward would that be if
yeah,
Pippen and Jordan were
representing
together and then like Step Up said his son?
yeah.
Because his
Well, that's
son's dating Pippen's wife.
yeah.
exactly
I know.
that would be that would
Like I'm
be
saying,
yeah.
I'm just gonna watch to see the reaction that those two together. Well, speaking of recommending DJ, I heard Alvin, you recommended my boy Urban Bandits and one of them. Oh, you were both on that cruise, DJ, right?
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. You know, like he's been coming out to some events prior to that, and he's a great guy and someone that I could really count on. And I just asked him like if he wanted to join me on the boat. One actually he was supposed to cover me on the boat because I had another event, but it
Yeah,
just so happened that I was able to make the boat event. So we just actually went back to back, and he brought out a group of people. It was a fun time. He did great.
Grace, we should move to Chicago so I can
You
get
guys got to
again.
come out here, man.
We gotta go. I mean, one time I went to the STK Steakhouse and there was a DJ playing early tech house, and it was like, wow, this is like his job was to play for 2 hours while eat the raw meat and then leave. Like, wow. They-
Did he do a good job?
I think he did a good job. Yeah.
Was he
I think he did.
Filipino?
No, actually not. But I'm sure a Filipino can break through STK Steakhouse.
He's one of the
Hey,
10%.
Marquez is saying we should have a meetup out here.
Well, yeah, this came up again about NBC meetup. A lot of places came in. First, I want to go to Chicago just because of the number of DJs.
Yeah, the number of
And
DJs.
probably the possibility of just quick,
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
in.
Boy G, you're here. Put it on the poll.
Hey,
Where
we could
should
have
we
an
have our?
we
Where
could
should we
definitely have an
meetup?
event out here.
Chicago or Florida or Mexico City? Put it on the poll.
So Edwin Macabuga is also in Chicago, right? Actually, kind of not reserved, but he actually has a place already before. Said we can do this. We can just hang out. Not even like a club. Like
Yeah.
probably meet there. We can take turns, or we can also always do it on Step Up's place because you guys do that every year. Like I saw
That's
those.
true. Is she inviting you already?
Yeah, Step Up and
Setting it
we
up already.
Nope.
Let's go.
right.
Yeah.
Whoever comes up with the place first,
Yeah, we'll go there.
let's do it there.
Yeah, I
Good.
think that's the easiest to go.
Chicago's a 5-hour train ride for me, so I'm good with that. All right, we
Let's
can drive.
go.
I think it's
Pancit
safe to
Molo,
say
Pancit Molo vibes.
there will definitely be a place for you guys here when you guys come out here.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
guys.
with Step Up at
Oh,
our
we
at our
know.
Belfonte residence here. It's
Right, so I know.
not far from the city.
I get a lot.
Right,
my
Samo?
friends are all actually-
Yes, I've been.
There's
I've
so
been
many
to
of
the
them.
Belafonte club, and it's just like laser lights everywhere. Smoke machines, loud music, you name it.
Club
It's just
speakers.
yeah, club speakers. It's just set up
Yes.
properly.
Oh wow! Oh, so
Swimming
we're all
pool. You got if you wanna, if you do it in the summertime, you can.
We're
do it
all
in
set.
the-
Swimming. Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Kid
have to do
friendly.
it.
Kid
We have to do it
friendly.
in the summer because Chicago's dope.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna go
just
there.
fire in the summer.
Definitely
Just go there
summertime
and
shy.
look. Yeah, we can definitely do that. That would be great because we have family. We can call you guys family. Our neighbors are all
Mhm.
in Chicago. That's great.
And
Um,
Samo will make the trip out, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. All
What
right.
direct flight?
Let's call Chicago
do it.
home. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of gigs, Alvin, even Samuel? I'll turn to Alvin first. What's your favorite project, or any upcoming project, and why? For
Oh,
DJ.
well, I have my first in game, which will be on for the Blackhawks at the United Center, which will be on January 13th. So that one's a big one I'm excited about. It's going to be the first time playing for the Chicago Blackhawks crowd. I've done it in game for the high school. So Blackhawks do a high school series where they all the top teams in the high school for Chicago high schools play against each other. I did that earlier this year. It was in game, but it wasn't a full house at the United Center. This one, I believe, will be a full house, and I'm excited for that. So mark the
There you
dates.
go.
Anyone in Chicago, anyone that wants to visit, January 13th, 7 p.m. in game. I do the Anita D yacht cruises, and
Mm.
that's exciting. We got big plans in this year to expand it and possibly make it a longer running boat. And gonna invite some headliners that are pretty big names out here in Chicago. So and hopefully get the crew out too as well. We start up around St. Patrick's Day, and then it runs the whole summer. So they got plans for that as well.
DJ Grace, let's go.
Yeah, we want to go to Chicago, right?
Anita D Cruises
Yes, you guys will have
on
a
on Lake
blast.
Michigan, right? It's on Lake Michigan or the river.
They do two cruises. They do one on
Okay.
Lake Michigan, and then they do one on the Chicago River. So you could pick the one on the Anita D2 that I do, because there's Anita D1 and there's Anita D2. Majority of the time I'm on Anita D2, so we
Gotcha.
go Lake Michigan, and you can see the whole skyline. It's great,
That's awesome.
Oh.
How
and they
about
got an
you,
upper deck.
Samo?
Hmm.
How about you, Samo? I mean, well, first of all, why did you move to Vegas? Chicago's great. Don't tell me it's the weather.
Why did I move to Vegas? I wanted warmer weather
Oh,
primarily.
there you go.
I just kind of wanted to expound west and experience something new. I ended up with Vegas because I have family out here. They kind of sold me on it, you know. Sisters, brothers, they all live out here, so we loved it. When you think about Vegas, you don't really think of raising a family here, but honestly, outside of the party scene, the strip, basically, it's it's like a lot of family community.
A lot of family.
And
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of Filipino there too, like even
Oh
DJs.
yeah.
Have you thought about, have you done any gig in Vegas? The
I
first
have, for me, my whole goal was never to gig out or anything because I've done that, right? I've done that when I was in Chicago,
Mhm.
and I haven't really done a whole lot of networking, and on that front. If I do, it'd be great. It's there's nothing like handling like a live sound system, right? Just feeling the bass, and I've done here and there a few, but not really a whole lot,
Not
but
broad. Yeah.
yeah, that wasn't like my primary goal when I was actually retired. I didn't have anything. Like prior to 2020, I sold all my equipment. I didn't have
You don't
turntables.
have any.
I didn't have anything.
Look at this setup
Oh, you
now,
have
From
one
like
boy.
here.
zero.
Didn't have it before.
I
You
didn't
bought
have
that?
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samo
So
went off. Look at this.
Look at that.
it, it's more like, okay, I saw, let me start with a controller, right? And just kind of feel my way because I've never even touched Serato prior to the pandemic. I never had a laptop for music. So when I got the DDJ 1000 SRT, I was like, whoa, this is actually kind of a new world. So, you know, that's how I kind of got started. And then being a gearhead, of course, you got to upgrade, right? And then just, overall for me, Twitch is where I'm at right now. I'm comfortable with it. It's fun. Uh,
You're
you know,
killing it
if,
on Twitch.
and if there's anybody out there that needs a house DJ in Vegas, hit me up on my Whisper. I'm available.
There you
But
go.
There you
yeah,
go. He's open.
yeah. So other than that, other goals have just really been inspired by these guys like Frank, Amodo, Philly Phil, Albanese. I want to be like them when I grow up. I just want to be able to put some music out there. So learn the craft and kind of put out something that's halfway decent, right? So
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
Samo's gonna get there. I love that you're not in a rush for it though, too, because like when you
yeah,
force it sometimes, uh, you know, and you're in a hurry and you're like under pressure to get it out there, it's like it could turn a different way. So
yeah. I think
Sometimes
the big challenge for me is time. Like if you put more time into it, the more quality you'll get. I'd rather put the quality than quantity, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm a harsh critic of myself, so I don't want to just put anything that's half-assed. So yeah,
right on.
exactly.
Right. Well, speaking of like technologies, how do you guys stay updated on the latest technology, DJ, or even music, in reference to technology nowadays?
Producing and DJing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um, well, production wise, I get, you know, I use Serato Studio. I have a friend that gifted me a license. Shout out to DJ Gons. He was kind of like a mentor. He works with Serato Studio, and he even has his own school out in Houston, Texas, where he teaches production and DJing. So he was on Twitch for a while. I think he still does his weekly tutorials with Serato
oh,
Studio
good.
on Twitch. Yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
DJ Gons 123.
Right. Put that
Um,
on the chat, Boy so people could check
Yeah.
them out.
Check him out.
yeah, you could check him out. He does really tutorials. Um, well, you can follow him on IG, DJ Gons 123, and then he has all the links there for all his production, including his Serato Studio production on Twitch. So yeah, I've been on Serato Studio. I It's always updated. It's a great tool for me because coming as primarily as a DJ, it's a easy transition, like to learn, and especially since I work with the regular Serato Studio DJ software. It's a really easy transition to work with their production studio. So that we have our I work with DJ Eugene. He's my partner, and we're up to date with all our equipment, and it's much easier to get up to date. You know, uh, when you're getting equipment as a company than it is like as doing solo stuff.
Right.
So we keep updated with our equipment and learn new products. Really cool, and you know, we do it for our clients and those in the Chicagoland area, Belfonte events.
There you go. Malfanti event.
Belafonte events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yes,
about
sir.
you, Samo?
Oh, for me, I think the way I keep up is just through maybe the pioneer forums, like the press kits. On Instagram, you always see like Vice City, right? Or what's the name of that British guy? Mojax.
Mojack.
Mojax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He does a lot of those
DJ
reviews,
City. Yeah.
DJ City reviews,
Yeah.
right? And musically, just again, these guys with Frankamoto and Philly Phil, Albanese, we're in a chat. They always they always pass some ideas or a sample track that they've done in the middle of the night or something. And we'll do a little quality check and I'll just kind of listen and kind of learn,
Yeah,
how they, yeah, shout out to
shout out to
Frankamoto. Philly
Frank and
Phil.
Phil. They should be here too. They're
Yeah, they
busy at the
should.
moment, but yeah,
I shouldn't be
and
here. They should
Samo.
be. But
No, Samo's a big part of the quality,
QC fam.
quality control. He always tells us if something like needs a little more or if it's like on point. He doesn't lie at all. It's easy to say, "Oh man, that track's dope," but he just gives it to us straight. That's why we love him.
Yeah,
Talk about
these guys
That's
come up
funny
with so
because
many
yeah.
versions of tracks, and it's like, well, I can't keep up sometimes, but it's like, it's an honor that they share with me. I'm just, I wish I could be where they are right now, but you know what? My admiration is strong for these guys. I'm always going to support these guys, and just learning from them, like different terms in production. Like when they produce music, terms like side chaining. Shout out Frank Amoto, taught me that term, side chaining, um, stuff like that.
and I
Different.
can attest firsthand experience of these guys, Philly, Samo, Alvin. They're here to help because the first Baha'i um, Fridays that Grace joined, that was the time that I have a new mixer. And then I'm setting this up, um, and then we're playing, and
Oh
there's
yeah.
technical difficulties, and these guys were chatting me, helping me out. I tried not to tell Grace what's happening because she was
Yeah,
mentioning,
yeah.
but
Not her job.
that's it. What's happening? Like, there's no bass. The bass is down. Wait. Phil was saying, okay, turn up. Oh, I don't know what's going on. It was just crazy. We finally figured probably 20 minutes in the train. I think it's an hour and a half or 2 hours, but I could attest these guys are there to help. And thank you guys for doing that.
And shout out to you guys too. I mean, when I see DJ Grace's streams, production value is just like
Yeah.
way up there. I'm like, wow. There's
Dude,
a
you won't get
there's this
It's a lot of
director
work.
behind
Yeah.
this
We could
stream, and
tell that
it
you guys
really
put in a lot
shows.
of
Yeah,
work.
yeah. So
Yeah.
big shout out to you
Big
guys.
ups.
So
stress, man.
Grace, big ups.
It's so stress. That's a product of stress. You don't know what's happening behind Sama, behind the camera. The earful that I'm hearing like after like set, but it's all fun, you know.
maybe you should put that in a blooper or something. Post that.
Ah, Grace, you have stories about that. But that's awesome. But now we're talking about advices, right? So there are a lot of other um chatters here are aspiring, not Twitch DJs, but to be having those IRL gigs. What can you guys advise to these people who want to go out there? I know, same way you said not doing it now. Before you did that on clubs and everything. What can you advise to the aspiring DJs like Grace? She wants to go on IRL. Like, what can you tell them? What can you first advise? What they can do to get
I mean,
into?
I haven't done it in a while, but I would say just build your network, right? I mean,
Yep.
you can start with Twitch. You've been meeting a lot of these DJs on Twitch. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of in real life gigs. Basically, just come out and reach out to them and network. It's similar to when you're looking for a job, right? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. What about you, Alvin?
If you have an opportunity to build your own night or build if you're in a position where you could have a residency, I would first start with supporting other nights, supporting other DJs, and asking them, if they don't invite first, eventually, like after you show them support, it doesn't hurt to ask. And then eventually later on, if you find a spot, develop that night, and start supporting your community by inviting them, to play too. And that shows love, and people show love back, definitely. Um, and always be prepared too, because once you get that call, you know, it's easy to not be prepared. So get your crates ready for any opportunity there is, um, and be open to it.
And also
Be open.
building your online footprint nowadays, like
Oh yeah,
Oh
promoting
it's
yeah,
huge.
yourself in
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media,
It never
right?
stops. Like you
Yeah,
always have
or if you
to.
have a Mixcloud,
Any opportunity that you've been
yeah.
part of, anything that is upcoming or that is already done, you got to show it. People need to see it. What has taken place. Even if it's in your stories, like people see it and they're like, man, this guy's, they're doing stuff. They're busy. Like we should invite them out to this thing too.
Yeah,
It,
exactly. If you have your own
yeah.
website or something. I mean, I've done that before where, I asked, actually, I reached out to the Foundation Room here in Vegas, and they're like, well, do you have a press kit or any online profile? I'm like, nope. I know a
yeah. You
bunch of
gotta
them.
have those
Oh
nowadays.
yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
huge. Yeah,
But
yeah,
sometimes and you know what? They're they're only gonna ask that if you don't have like a strong like social media presence. But
right.
if they see that already, they're not gonna ask for press. There's no need for press kit anymore.
so it
You
seems like
still
those three things that you mentioned go hand in hand. Like you said, networking. Obviously, you got to reach out to more people and meet more people, and the branding has to be on point. Even on Twitch, get your branding on point. If you need help, reach out to us. We would love to help you. And the third one is support the local DJs. Show up to the gigs, show up to
yeah,
these
support's
promoters,
huge.
and yeah, those three things are the foundation
Share
of getting
people's
those things.
flyers, you
Right.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
even small things like that. Even commenting on, people's accomplishments, people are promoting too. Just simple things like that go a long way.
I'm really jealous of the community you guys have, like in Chicago, and probably there's some in Vegas. But in Philly, this I'm not sure. Maybe I have not really reached out. There's not a lot of like local Filipino community that do DJing. I wish I could have that so that I could start supporting. Right to you guys' point, it's similar really to how or what we do here on Twitch. Right, it's really supporting each other, and that's how you got this community. And I saw Marquesa said support local community. Um, that's great. If we can get those, so to people who wants to get out there, those are great advices. Go out and support your local
Yeah,
community.
Marquez
Whether
is
if you're
killing
living
it.
in, yes, I saw
He
gigs
is
in.
killing it.
So we
She
also have a home in LA, right, Marquesa? So if we're there. So you're gonna take
San
us all
Diego.
over. Oh, so it's
and
San
they
Diego. Sorry,
Yeah,
San
Southern
San
Diego.
Diego.
California.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Diego. We're always welcome there. So this is great conversation.
It's gone over time, but honestly, it's been great.
Right.
But we'll keep you
Cheers,
here.
guys.
Keep you here.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like it. It's kind of like we're just hanging out, you know?
I know,
We're not
right?
gonna let you go.
We want to talk about other stuff outside of Twitch. So this is a segment that is beyond we call beyond the neighborhood, where we talk about other stuff outside of Twitch, and we would like to get your feedback on this. So this is what we call beyond the neighborhood.
Okay, before we begin, we got a few of these business stuff that we got to take care of. We got discover the unique world of Miss Brick's Lego jewelry and accessories, meticulously crafted and designed by Kimberly F. Davis, worn by acclaimed figures such as Sophie Tucker, Don Perignon, one of my favorite streamers, Tony H, Dan Stash, Nayad, and our very own Grace Music, along with numerous other talented streamers on Twitch. Explore the collection and shop directly on our website, missbricks.com. That's missbricks with two X's.com.
All right. So what's our topic today, Pat?
Beyond the neighborhood, I want to start. Or it's it's Christmas season still, so let's see let's see if these boys have any reaction to our. This is our very first top five.
Right.
Okay, so for today, our theme would be, let me see, top five weird or not Christmas traditions. So our top five weird or not Christmas traditions. Okay, number five.
Fun, fun.
It's on loop. It's on loop. Sound effect is on loop. Dang it.
There you go.
All right, thanks for that. Number five, Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Is that where that's a Canadian holiday, isn't it?
It is a Commonwealth of the United Kingdom holiday. It used to be a day where people in the UK
Yeah.
would go out and give gifts to the needy.
Okay.
But now in 2023 or in recent times, it has become their own version of Black Friday, where they shop and go to these stores and partake in the discounts. I just saw a video in Australia the other day where the line was, well, it's a physical human line going around the parking lot to get in the department store. And this is like 2010 in America.
This is like 2010 Black Friday. I think Boxing Day for me is just if you missed um Black Friday, this is your second chance to get your discounted.
Well, yeah, we're kind of adapting it more over here in America. I see more sales on Boxing Day, but today I watched a lot of English Premier League. I'm a big football fan, so that's the whole morning was devoted to Boxing Day because of the English Premier League fixtures.
Yeah, Boxing Day I think will work perfectly in the Philippines because Boxing Day, in the Philippines when you get the aguinaldo, right, on Christmas, you
Oh
got those
yeah.
of like
Purple money,
Yeah.
really
yellow money,
crisp
yeah,
money that you
blue
got
money,
from your ninong and ninang. I got that to spend on Boxing Day, right?
and it's a holiday on the 26th.
And
Big
believe it
and
or
shop.
not, Philippine government declared December 26th as a holiday.
That's a Tuesday too, right?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. I mean, I'd be surprised. So I got offshore working for me in the Philippines. I think that the Philippines is the only country that make up holidays on the fly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm so
agree.
like, how many holidays do we have in the states?
The major ones,
Major ones.
not many, right?
10
Not
or
many.
12
Not,
maybe.
not yeah, not less than 10, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So they got probably like 35.
There's
Like,
got to be.
So
yeah,
Yeah.
210 days off.
if a
Is it?
holiday
Yeah. Yeah.
falls on a Thursday, they will make that Friday a holiday, and depending on the president, even the Monday. So you have this like what 5 day weekend or it's crazy.
But they're the most productive people in the world. And that leads us to number four. How productive are you with your food? The number four, weird or not, traditions for Christmas Day is cooking but lechon paksiw.
Yeah. So I
True.
have a lechon pancit. I guess there's a lot of Filipinos on the chat. Like
Yeah. Can you
you
explain
know
what that
how
is?
yeah you know how we can make one cuisine and then spin it off like depending on what it is the next couple of days. For example, lechon, right? Once you're done with lechon, you have this big roasted pig, right? And let's say there's half of it,
Left.
the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
can make it as lechon kawali. Just chop it, right? And then there's still something left. You can make it lechon paksiw, right?
Yes.
And then that the lechon paksiw is actually you have the condiment and of
Mhm.
the
The
lechon
sauce.
kawali
Yeah.
and then mix it and becomes lechon paksiw, right? It is similar to like what is the other one? Chicken rotisserie.
Yeah.
Chicken
Yeah.
rotisserie, I can make like four different meals, right? The leftover can be chicken sopas, and then just
Yep.
leftover, you can make a chicken sandwich for palaman.
Buffalo dip.
Yeah,
Chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken sisig. Chicken sisig. You
it's
can make it
crazy how we
after.
can do that, right?
It's
Oh
it
yeah.
well, like I said, productive, you know.
Did you guys have lechon this Christmas?
No. No, we did
No,
not.
unfortunately not.
Good for you though.
That is good for you.
I left my medication at home.
Yeah, I'll stay
It's kind of
away.
like spam. When you have leftover spam, you make it into spam fried rice.
Oh
Yes,
jeez.
So
exactly.
Good idea.
Yeah,
All right. Number three. The number three weird or not Christmas traditions in the world. Number three is the family wearing the same pajamas on Christmas morning.
I, I do that. Uh,
Guilty.
guilty. If you are my Facebook friend, you will see the picture I post that we are
I
wearing.
did. I saw that. I saw that actually.
They
And I
were
think
on onesies and it was like 55 degrees out. So I think the sweat level is pretty high yesterday.
Do you guys do that in your family?
um
Yeah, we do. We do PJs.
yeah, sometimes we do theme ones, like matchy
What did you do
matchy.
this year, Samo?
Uh kind of just on our own this year actually. We didn't have a theme, so yeah, it wasn't a whole lot.
I guess it's not weird.
Yeah, I guess
It's
it's not weird.
normal.
It's
Yeah.
normal.
All right. Number two. You guys will like this. Or I don't know if you've heard about it. Number two, weird or not Christmas traditions is in Japan on Christmas Day, they eat KFC.
What? They don't
I
have
could see
Small
that.
Rice or
See.
Jollibee?
With
See, they could see that.
with
Well, they're
chopsticks?
tired of healthy food. And so they, I think this started when KFC had a marketing campaign in the 80s where they showed up with commercials of fried chicken before Christmas Day. And people don't want to cook.
I
on
think it's
Christmas.
kind of like Americans eating Chinese food on Christmas Day. Have
Oh,
you
it's the
noticed some of
burgers.
that too? I
Wow,
think we want what we don't usually have.
Chinese food on Christmas Day. So do they
Maybe
cook it or
maybe
I
white
think oh, they
American.
like order it. Yeah, like white Americans.
they're
Yeah,
open on Christmas Day?
I think they
Restaurant?
are. I
some of
think
them
they are.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
even like
I'd,
the Christmas Story. Have you watched that movie? That old ass movie.
I'd rather have a Jollibee bucket actually, personally, with the gravy.
Well, I
So
guess in Japan, like they don't partake in this on a monthly or weekly basis. This is like a special treat,
A yearly. Yeah.
probably
could
yearly.
you imagine eating that with chopsticks though?
A fried chicken with chopsticks?
Yeah.
Do they have
What?
unlimited gravy there in Japan? Because KFC in the Philippines is like, I'm
Unli
Unli,
not sure if
gravy.
you guys,
Gravy.
right?
unli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unli, right? So
I
this
do
guy,
miss that and the unli rice.
yeah. So let me explain this to the viewers, right? So how much Filipino love their gravy in KFC? There's gonna be the server, right? Who actually goes around in the cart with a tub of gravy, so that he can ask,
Pitcher.
or a pitcher of
Yeah.
gravy, so he can ask every table,
Oh, I
did you
remember
want
that.
more gravy?
Yeah, I remember that.
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
It's crazy, but in high school in our cafeteria, people would order a bowl of gravy and make it like soup. So
Yeah,
I
because
believe
that's
that.
college though.
So
Because I
it'd be
get
like you order one piece of chicken and then the
yeah,
rest is just
And
gravy.
lots of
yeah,
gravy.
Yes,
because
a
I
bowl
get
of gravy.
I'm just gonna order rice and then give me the free gravy. That's lunch for me.
But for those who can afford, I would like to share a footage of the CPR crispy fried
Oh,
no
I saw this
crispy
actually. I saw this.
pata rice.
Can you I want you guys to look at this. This is the kind of food that you can order in the Philippines.
I thought that was Frank for a sec.
It just looked like him.
So look at that. So you have, first of all, that price is good for like a family of four. Can you put that back again?
I got it.
The, look at how much that rice is, right?
That's a lot of rice.
Family
Yeah,
of
That's
four,
that's a lot.
five,
Definitely.
Double up on your Lipitor right there.
right.
definite.
And then the amount of wow, I don't
Crispy
know how to
pata, right?
say it, right?
I know.
Remember, the rice is garlic
Crazy.
rice. It's got to have a ton of oil in it
Yeah.
to begin with, and then you top it with the crispy pata.
You guys are making
Unbelievable.
me hungry. You know that?
That looks so good.
That could feed, three households.
All right, number. Let me get my sound effect ready. Number one. I want you guys to react to this, all three of you. All right. The number one, weird or not, Christmas tradition is fruitcake.
I fucking hate
Fruit
that.
cake.
Sorry for the F word.
It's hard.
I don't know.
It's a hard cake.
I don't
Fruit
like
It's
it.
cake.
been years. It's been years since I've had fruit cake.
It's been years.
Yeah,
But years.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't really don't I don't see that often.
It's
Yeah.
no longer
You
a
don't
thing.
guys do that? Even like your parents? That's weird. Because
It stopped like when
Yeah,
I
it's been
think
a
it
It's
while.
got to
stopped
be
at a younger age.
a boomer generation thing.
our parents will have that, right? So
Yeah.
it's funny. I hate this, but you can actually count how long that fruitcake will stay in your fridge. Like you will see the same fruitcake the next Christmas
I remember it.
because nobody like that. right?
Yeah, yeah.
You guys can relate, and you guys remember. It's when was the last time you tasted fruitcake? That is.
Oh,
Do you even remember?
Probably
decades.
like
I think.
2001 or
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a year. That's a
Yeah,
long
it's
time
more
ago.
salad, right? And
They would get as hard as a brick. You
Yeah,
just
that's
collect a lot of fruitcake and then build something off of it.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you get
How do you put
gifted like
ice?
queso de bola more than fruitcake. I
that's
think.
another one that will stay in the fridge for 6 freaking months.
But
Yeah.
I like
Bola.
that.
It's a develop. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just see that, right? Those are probably my top three Christmas food that will stay for months, right? That fruitcake, queso de bola, and that big ass ham.
But the question is, do you recycle it though?
Well, we do. Ham is very recyclable, right?
Yeah.
You can recycle it. Those are the top three to recycle. You can give it to the next door neighbor too as a
Well, let
gift.
me ask you this: you guys growing up, you got Filipino parents, right? What is
Yeah.
that food in the fridge, it always stays there.
Oh, definitely the shrimp paste.
Bagoong?
What is that?
Bagong,
Bagong.
bagong.
Yeah,
Bagong.
that's always there year round. Like I don't know how long that could last
Chicken,
too.
chicken palaman, the chicken sandwich.
Which one, Samo?
Chicken
The,
palaman, the chicken with the mayo and
Those are good.
those are
That's
good
my
though. I like
favorite.
that.
Yeah.
sweet relish.
Which
Right, there's always
Yeah, with relish.
Oh, that's
make
Yeah.
a sandwich
yeah,
spread.
yeah, yeah.
what is the one that's there? Yeah, Bagong is there. What's the well, sinigang stays there until it's gone, right? You know that. I don't think that go
Yeah.
to waste. Yeah, okay.
No, that doesn't go to waste.
So
Adobo, adobo,
Adobo, yeah.
Adobo
that
is
could last.
probably the longest
Yep.
shelf life, right?
Mm,
Yes,
you don't
yes.
even need to refrigerate that.
To be honest, yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
We got
Make
we got macaroni salad waiting for us after
Oh,
the show.
macaroni salad.
We
Yes.
should eat it because that won't last long in
Oh
the
yeah, mac
fridge.
salad. Mac salad is good.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got
Even
tinola.
macaroni salad. You guys have put pineapple and cheese on the
Yeah.
macaroni salad.
Yeah, of
Great.
course. Yeah.
There's got to be thousands of variations, but they're all mostly all
Yeah,
of them are good.
that's so
Yeah.
true. Like with the ham and cheese.
Yes. Hot dogs. Some people put hot dogs on
Really,
it.
I have not tried that one.
What?
Raisin.
Yeah, that's-
I think we put hot dogs on everything, like menudo, spaghetti, anything. I
yeah,
think
Oh yeah, I tried it in menudo. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. I've tried it. I put it
Yeah,
on
the red
menudo.
hot dogs, though, right? I mean,
the red
Yeah,
ones.
the
Oh,
OG ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Let's
straight.
put it on the poll. Boy G on NBHD on Twitch. Do you put hot dogs on your macaroni salad?
And BHD, nothing but hot dogs.
nothing but hot dogs.
Ah, nice. Well done.
Well, that's great, guys. So again, we're running over. I hate to cut it. But before we let you go, guys, can you promote your channel or what you do outside of Twitch? Can you tell them, where you are, what day? I'll start with you, Sabo.
For me, on Twitch, I do pop ups on Tuesdays. Well, Tuesdays today, but I'm not gonna do a pop up today. But usually Tuesdays I do pop ups, and then I would do Thursdays with Thisco Thursdays or Baha'i Collective Thursdays. We do every other Thursday. We alternate those two. So that's where you can find me.
All right, that's I'm hearing that my mic popped up. But, all right, thank you so much, Seymour. How about you, Alvin?
okay, yeah. Speaking of Cisco, we have our last Cisco of the month on this Thursday, the 28th.
Mm.
I'll be doing a earlier set, like at 11:30 a.m. You can catch me streaming um, for the end of the year for Cisco. On top of that, I'll catch the whole Cisco crew that whole day too. We'll be promoting it on our social media. I have Anita D cruises on the 29th and 30th from 8 to 11 p.m. We got New Year's at home. I do karaoke with DJ Eugene every Thursday and Sunday here in the southwest suburbs, Midlothian and Oak Forest, and that's from 9 to 12 a.m. That's karaoke. I have a watch party with the Blackhawks on January 5th, and that will be announced soon for the Bud Light, the Bud Light watch party. I also have a place out in Schiller Park called Chasers, which is 9 to 1 a.m. on the 5th. And then I do the pregame for the Blackhawks on January 7th, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Um, and then I have my first in game on the 13th. I would love for you to see all my Chicago people there. That's at 7 p.m. on January 13th, which is a Saturday. I also have a new spot called Bourbon on Division with my midnight group, social vibe group. They're a booking agency, and that's from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So that should be a good night. It's a great spot in downtown Chicago. And And then I got two other spots. Chasers also on the 20th and 26th, and then high school Blackhawks rivalry series on the 27th for anyone that's involved in um, high school hockey. Be great to see you
Nice.
guys on any of those dates, and hope to update more of that schedule coming soon for January.
So if you
No,
want to book Alvin
we
Ace,
need
he's
another
not busy.
hour. I think we need another hour
Yeah.
for Alvin's
Not
gigs.
busy.
If you want to book Alvin, he's not busy. Just if you heard that, dude, that's
Yes,
awesome.
and if there's any
Follow them
private,
on
if you guys
socials.
need
Yeah,
any private events, we got belfonteevents.com. You could go on that website and you could see more about me and DJ Eugene and I's company for private events and anything public too. Let us know.
you guys are killing it. Good job.
Thank you guys
Congrats.
so
Yeah,
much.
that's awesome.
Thanks for being here on. I know it's a family oriented day, and we really appreciate your time.
Yeah, both of you guys, thank you so much. I know Seymour and I've been really talking about to get. I want to get all the Bustos brothers on the show, but just unfortunately, only two of you can make it. But we'll get the other half, maybe probably Frankie and Phil.
That'd be so
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
awesome. Oh
shout out,
man.
yeah, shout out to the NBHD crew. You
Yes.
guys have been such big supporters.
MBHD. Love you
Yeah, so
guys.
yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
I
are
love
so
it.
thank
You
you
guys
guys.
awesome.
are really big
Well,
supporters.
you've been supporting the crew also. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Please
You guys
keep doing this.
Yeah, thank you,
Love to
thank you
see
for having
this.
us. This has been great. It's just just the
Thank you so
hour
much.
just went by like
Yeah, I think we can
that.
go
I
on,
mean,
right? It'll go
yeah,
on
we
and
can.
on.
A lot more on that
Th-
notes that we had.
Yeah, we can go on and
This
on,
has been a
but
lot of fun. So
yeah, hope to get
Every
you guys
Monday.
back. And hope to see you more in the chat too. To support, just
Yes.
spread it out. We do this on every Monday. We just do it on Tuesday because of Christmas. But thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
yeah, I do want to give a big shout out to our mods, Achi Glip, Caramella,
Carmela, Achglip.
my super mod FU Media. Yeah,
You guys have been
Yes.
my
modding each
boy
other,
G,
right?
So big shout out
Yeah.
to all the NBHD fam, basically.
Well, thank you
Big
so
shout
much.
out and yes. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you guys. We're gonna let you go. And that's it, guys. Say watch them on their channel. Alvin Samo, if you go in Chicago, if you go one of the clubs, you're probably gonna see Alvin there in one of those every night. He's
Yeah,
so
let me
good.
know if you guys are there. And yeah, we'll get you there. I mean, we'll wherever it is, we'll make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New
Be
Year,
safe.
guys. God bless and
We'll
be
see you
safe.
guys.
Thank you.
Other guys, I'll never compromise. And now I realize I've tried 1,000 tries.
All right, so I'm using the same mic now. Hope you guys can hear me. We go now to our next segment. Is one of our favorites, a no dumb question. Gus was supposed to run this, but he's out in California doing the whole tour. So we're gonna do it today. So our first no dumb question. Well, first of all, to the new listeners, what is no dumb questions? No, no dumb questions is this is the part of the show where curiosity reigns supreme, and there's no such things as dumb question. That's right. There's no dumb question. The only dumb questions are the questions that were not asked. To kick it off this week, our first no dumb question. And by the way, the chat can actually ask the next questions
Or answered.
or answer it, right? Our first no dumb question, since this is the holiday, what is the weirdest white elephant gift you got? But first of all, what is a white elephant? DJ Pat?
Ah, you put me on the spot. That's,
I know you know the answer to that.
I think it's the origins are from Thailand, where they give something that I don't know if it's valuable, but then you don't really, something stupid where you just
But
put it
yeah,
on that messy cabinet of yours.
I think it actually started with an elephant, Right. So they,
panache.
yeah. So say actually, since elephants are extravagant to give, but there's no use. So actually, paint them white. So basically, the gift is you give something that, to your point, that nobody's gonna use, but it kind of morph into something that people will use. So what is your weirdest white elephant gift? I'll ask you first. What's the weirdest white elephant gift you had?
Well, I guess you try to get rid of the weird ones
Yes.
when you're participating in the white elephant, but
Or hoping somebody would steal it. Yeah.
yeah, and then depends on what turn you're in. But I've had none because I think I strategize.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Right. So here's the weirdest. He's gonna get it. So we're gonna show you. He's gonna go closer to the camera. This is the white elephant gift. So you open the white elephant gift. This is the one that actually we got this year. Did you see that? It's a rotor white, right? Can you read what it says? Like this. Say goodbye to costly toilet paper. A personal cleaning wheel, rotor white. So somebody got that, or DJ Pat's son got that. Open it up, and his son is 11-year-old, right? He got that, and he opened it up called rotor white, but not knowing it's a prank. Actually, the gift inside is actually great, but that's just funny that you know. How about in the audience? So what did you get for white elephant? Any weirdest uh white elephant gift there? Let me see.
A fertility statue.
Fertility statue.
Wow.
What is that?
Can you explain? Because I have
A fertility statue that can go either way. So
that could go.
I'm imagining that. What's a fertility statue?
Is it what shape is it?
Can you a phallic symbol? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Achi, the expert in all things phallic, just said a phallic symbol.
Another one. There's let me read some. Let me go back here.
Virgil said CBD, which I guess
That's actually good.
nowadays that's mainstream and useful.
Yeah, I would like THC though, but CBD is good. I saw Frank Amoto said Tabo. All right. Oh no, that's Philip Phil said no. Oh, just use Tabo. I thought said you got a Tabo on a white elephant. Yes. Well, the thing about that, I mean, I answered that, Phil. Use Tabo, but Tabo doesn't rotate. You know, this
This thing rotates at
rotates,
2,500 RPM. That will take out your whole butt.
Any other weird white elephant? Nutri Bullet. Dude, that's not. You don't like a Nutri Bullet? That's actually good, isn't it?
Yeah, let's circle back to Caramella. She said the fertility thing, it was a couple embracing each other.
A fertility statue. Let me imagine a couple embracing which side, Carmela?
Explain further.
Yeah, embracing each other. Are you sure they're just embracing each other though?
That NutriBullet would be a popular one, I think.
Yeah. A pickleball set. Yeah, that's great. All right. What? Any other dumb questions right now? People want to ask.
There was Santa is a big thing for kids.
Is Santa real?
Is Santa real?
All right. So,
but now if you're in trouble and your kids if you don't want them to find out,
yeah,
and they have a hunch that Santa isn't real, I suggest you pull up the Google Santa tracker and show it to them. I think they'll be amazed because I think it legitimizes Santa that they have it. Santa has his own app.
Wait, Santa tracker. How's that work? So you can actually see where Santa is?
Yeah, he's actually delivering gifts, I think, and then you can show him to your kids, and he's over there, and he's on the way here.
And that's all time zones.
Yes, global. Google, being the global company they are, this is a global app. or website.
That's actually smart, but also scary because kids, I hope there's nobody listening who still believes in Santa, will actually get on their phone. All the kids have phones right now, mostly,
Most
mostly, and then check that out and see. They're not gonna sleep. They're gonna wait. It's probably also a bad thing because
so
if
it
they,
might be
yeah, it might be,
might be problematic.
yeah, probably problematic too, right?
That stay on their phone. Yeah.
All right. Numb question from Samo. Hey, Mr. Coop, what is that?
Have
Always
you?
always had a mustache. No. I'm just too lazy. I'm one of those Filipino want to get like a full mustache and a beard.
Our brother-in-law,
Yeah.
actually, our
I'm trying
brother-in-law.
to do that.
We were
but
on the chat, and he had the perfect goatee.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them to meet each other, but no luck. I tried everything, but no, I don't have a mustache before. But depending on what I say, if I work, I have to go to a meeting, I have to shave. Any other dumb questions that the
Please,
chat want to ask?
please,
Come on,
please
guys,
ask.
please.
Please ask away.
You can ask us anything. We're gonna answer as smart or as truthful as possible. You will just pencil that in. Haha.
Asian genes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ask Swen, what is your favorite Christmas meal this year that you had?
Oh yeah. If you had something good, put it on the chat.
Yeah. My favorite this year is lumpiang sariwa, fresh lumpia. They're the veggies. I love that this year. We had that.
I think that was a hit. We were smart this year. We didn't over order lumpiang sariwa this year because we know it can
get
go
wasted.
bad
Yeah.
quick. Yeah. Let's move to a question before we. What did you learn about yourself this year, Mr. Coops? Let's do some introspective questions.
What did I learn?
Yeah, let's
Alright.
keep it less broad about
Yeah.
the streaming thing or this networking thing on the platform.
Well, what did I learn this year? In general or just in Twitch?
Let's keep it more on the
Industry. I learned. Well,
you on the spot.
yeah. I learned that there's, well, not this year, but just in general on Twitch. One of the things that I love about Twitch is how the DJ community is so open. Everybody want to help each other. It's not a toxic community. Uh, like again, Twitch is still a social network platform. I try to avoid drama, but Twitch, I met a lot of DJs who are accommodating and just welcoming in general. Like everybody who's here in the chat, they're like family right now. We've been doing this for almost 2 years, and I feel like we all know each other, right? That's probably one of the reasons why we list the guys next door to hang out. I think for me, it's refreshing to know that.
Yeah, I know. I've been speaking with a lot of content creators or listening to them, and well, this is the platform where people respect each other,
Yeah.
and you know, just when there's fundraisers. In other platforms, people are skeptical or they doubt the campaign. They'd say bad things about what's going on, but on Twitch they're just supportive.
That's true. That's true. And like for example, like every fundraiser we do, people just help out. No question asked. Whether you call it legit or not. I mean, they're not asking you for $1,000. You just want to help, and people are going to help. Whether they play or they just you know small monetary contribution or just their time, right?
Yep. We got a question from Achi Glip. Do you like eggnog on Christmas? I don't really partake.
That's another thing I fucking hate. Sorry, actually. It's like it's up there with fruitcake. I don't know who invented that.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. I don't know. Chat, are you a fan of Put It on the Poll Boy G on NBHD on Twitch? Do you like eggnog on Christmas?
Yeah. I saw one question there from Alvinese. How did you guys meet? The NBHD or just us? Well, NBHD started with um, DJ Pat, Grace, and Gus, and me, right? So same with you with Step Up. Grace and Pat's wife are sisters, and we all know each other back in the day, right? For years, and then we known Twitch from a cousin who also plays DJ Elms and
Yes.
X Vaya, and then we started doing this, and our first meeting with everybody, a lot of Chicago DJs, was a fundraiser actually for Ukraine, right?
Yes.
It's a 2-day raid train, and then we said, you know what, this is gonna be fun. Let's do it, and then it got bigger. All of a sudden, here we are. Amazing to have everybody.
Definitely. Definitely. It snowballed effect, But then there's a lot of people behind the scenes who we'd like to acknowledge. Achi Glip, one who's been there since day zero.
Yeah.
Uh,
OG. Yeah.
OG for sure. DJ Sonic Boom. Happy Boxing Day to you up there in Winnipeg. He's one of us. We got Urban Bandits.
Chicago.
We got Edwin Makabuhay,
From
DOG.
Chicago, too.
Boy G, who's in the chat. Big shout out to you for being there for us. But all this, it won't happen without the DJs who show up week after week and the viewers who just keep the chat alive.
Like you guys, and putting up with us. I hope this is all not nonsense. I keep telling every week, oh, we still have viewers. That's great. People still putting up with us. I hope we keep we can keep this going. We're gonna see if we can provide you more content and more good guests, like the guys that we had.
If you have a guest in mind, let us know, and we'll try to get him.
Right. Well, is there any other questions?
I think we have to go.
Yeah, like
2 hours.
every week we go over
This is
time.
the longest.
The longest we have went over, but that just means we're having fun, right? So again, thank you everybody for joining us and making this a fun night, like always. I promise we'll keep doing this as long as you guys are there to support us. We're gonna provide the best content as possible. So thank you so much, DJ Pat. Thank you, and
Tried 1,000 tries, and maybe other guys.
so I'll see you guys next week for another The Guys Next Door, where Status Sheep and the laptop priceless. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.
Is coming down. The Christmas snow is white on the ground. When
Yeah, I don't know who we
gets into town, he'll be coming down the chimney down. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus has got a toy for every good girl and good little boy. Santa's a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down.
Anybody?
He'll have a big fat pack upon his back, and lots of
Put it
goodies
on the
for
chat.
you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's a holiday season, so whoop-dee-doo and dickory-dock. Don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney.
Holidays.
He'll have a big fat pack upon his back, and lots of goodies for you and for me. So leave a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree.